Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms, those being Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we won't be able to do nearly as much as we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and
A
welcome
dinosaur
back.
story.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd in Space.
Yes.
I am your game master for the evening, Sen, and I'm joined this week by Shawnee.
Hi, I am Shani, or William, and I am playing Valerius Sanguine, the Dampier Vagabond.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Vozus Fabra, who is a Medusa rogue.
And Craig.
Hi, I'm playing Frederick Feldman, a reborn artificer.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing. Who is a Kenku bard?
And Dragon.
I'm Drevian. I'm playing Elmo Bricot, a tiefling necromancer.
And as always, my players, remember to turn your volume up in Roll20 if you haven't, so that you can hear whenever Jeremy's character's name is pronounced. But also, as always, Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights.
I don't know why my brain just blanked out there. Trauma, probably.
Did it try to transpose them again?
I thought of it in the correct order, and then I stopped because I was afraid I was about to transpose them again.
Yep, 100%.
Also, welcome to Wrath Month.
Yes.
Also Wrath Month.
Welcome, happy Wrath.
And also,
a bee has already made the first strike. We mourn Comrade B, who flew into the mouth of a billionaire during a polo tournament and killed him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
serious?
No.
That might be a joke.
I told you guys we could do it.
There was an article. I did not read into the article. I do not know if it's accurate, but I did see an article that was being passed around that said billionaire dies after swallowing a bee in a polo tournament. I do not know if it's accurate. To be clear, that was the headline, and it was hilarious.
It's on Fox and Vice and Reddit, so
Then yes.
apparently it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm so glad it's accurate.
So my understanding is
the
kill the to either a submarine or a beehive.
we
skimmed marks when we read it, but we understand B's the means of production.
If you recall, you know how like there's always like what are people like AI, like Google will have like its AI mode read like what are people saying about this thing.
Right.
Commenters mourn the loss of Comrade B, who died after being swallowed by a billionaire during a polo match. Many praise the bee's sacrifice, likening it to a heroic act against the wealthy elite. Others lament the loss of a valuable pollinator and express admiration for the bee's apparent targeting of the billionaire.
Jesus Christ.
The one good thing the AI has to say.
No one. I don't even know what the name of the person that died was.
There were less important than the bee dying, so
It's true, yeah.
Also, as a reminder, it is also Minority Mental Health Awareness Month and Disability Awareness Month.
Yes, and remember, ADHD is a disability.
Yep.
For all of you out there who have ADHD and refuse to acknowledge that fact. That was aimed more at one of my partners than anybody else, but you know.
Also watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
Also, yes, watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
You're at.
Both for
Thank you.
Pride Month
You're
and
welcome.
Wrath Month. It's appropriate. Anyways.
Every stream until the sequel is announced.
Okay, cool.
Good news is it's doing very, very well.
Bad news is Netflix produced it, so
Released it.
They
Sony
have-
Pictures Animation. Let's
That's fair.
give Sony Pictures the credit they
That's
deserve.
fair. Released it. That doesn't increase its chances.
No, it doesn't. I don't know. Honestly, between it's how it's been doing in the weekly ratings, how successful the album is doing on pretty much every music streaming chart.
Have Twice seen any jump in their numbers since the movie came out?
Oh, I'm certain. I'm absolutely certain they have.
They did a really good job.
They would be fucking stupid not to do more.
The funny thing that is absolutely K-pop to me is the fact that the songs themselves credit the fictional bands in the artist lines.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean that and then they feature the actual artist is
Yeah.
yeah.
With the
Yeah.
exception of the Twice version of Takedown actually credits.
Yeah, which is the one from the credits.
Credits
yeah.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
But space.
Anyways,
Space.
we now head to the last place not corrupted by capitalism. Space.
Okay.
Correct.
I fundamentally disagree with that statement.
We went
was-
into
it's
this
a-
death house
it's a
because they were
reference.
paying us, and that was pretty much it.
It's a reference to Command and Conquer, Red Alert 3.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
One of Tim Curry's best scene chewings.
Which
All I can
which
think of
he has a lot of good
is that
ones, so you know.
I was gonna say you're talking about one of the best out of
Itinerant scene chewer.
I'd
Tim
say it's in the
Curry.
top 30.
I just, while we're on the subject of Tim Curry, real quick, do yourself a favor when you're not actively watching us, or even when you are, look up Tim Curry talking about the affair that he had while filming Muppet Treasure Island. Highly
Very
recommended.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Did he
I don't want to.
did he
I don't-
pork
I
Miss
don't-
Piggy? I need to know.
I don't want to ruin it. Just look it up. Just
Yep.
look up Tim
Yeah.
Curry affair Muppet Treasure Island.
Hang on, we
Highly
gotta
worth
pause.
Okay,
Yes,
Well,
no.
I was trying not to sidetrack us.
It's
also,
too
I mean,
late,
also look up Tim Curry performing the song from The Worst Witch. Because that's also
I mean,
just
look up
amazing.
Tim Curry
any-
doing
any-
literally
anything can-
anything.
Anything can happen on
Yes,
Halloween.
Anything
yes.
anything can happen on Halloween. Tim Curry. It's honestly Tim Curry's worst performance, and it's fantastic still.
Has anyone seen my tambourine?
It is a fever dream. It is a train of thought, like stream of consciousness fever dream, in which Tim Curry sings about how anything can happen on Halloween, including him losing his tambourine.
While he's actively playing it in front of you on screen.
Yeah,
This fully sounds like something that was stolen from a Leonard Nimoy or William Shatner album.
I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, when last we left off, space is big and empty and boring. And our protagonists had been stranded on a was effectively a gas station in the middle of the transit route between two more populated and interesting areas of wild space. Froderick, how long had you calculated that you and Elmal had been on the Cornite station?
Don't worry, Chief. I got this. 572 bowel movements as of last count.
Yes. Because there's no so the Cornite Nebula, as first time information for Trevian, as a reminder for the players, is a nebula that is very beautiful to look at and has largely nothing in it. And Cornite Station is stationed basically with the nebula being its only real light source. So there's no real sense of time other than when Spelljammers and other ships dock for gas to refill their various supplies and then take off. So with time being nebulous and hard to keep track of, you lose track of it unless you have a way to keep track of it, like Froderick. Elmal,
I'm very regular.
you've been stranded on this station for 500 plus bowel movements, according to your manservant Froderick. what were you doing before you decided that the best way to pass your time was to fall asleep inside your oh god, what's the term when you've got your initials on
Monograms?
yes, inside your monogrammed coffin?
What was I doing? Is there a graveyard here?
No, largely whenever a body dies, it gets shipped off somewhere else or just let go into space.
Okay.
There's not enough landmass to really afford a graveyard. There's the station and the town around it, and that's pretty much it. It's an asteroid that sort of floats.
Which means there's a very good chance those corpses are just floating around the vicinity.
Yeah,
So you could have been corpse trawling the area around the
do-
station.
They do typically try to give them a little bit of propulsion so that they will hilariously crash into a ship or eventually end up in the nebula.
Just out there with
Yeah,
a
but if the
rod.
station's got any amount of gravity, they might just end up in an orbit.
It's true. So I mean, yeah, were you
Probably
fishing
fishing for corpses.
Yay!
Do you have any sort of toolkit proficiency that might help you with this task?
No,
No? Okay, give me a survival check.
I don't believe so.
fishing.
Open the right character sheet.
Yep, survival for fishing.
Just trawling the space around the station for corpses.
Skills, survival.
How many skeletons can you have in your bag of bones, by the way?
I don't have that feature yet.
Or it's called something else, maybe? Okay. For some reason, the corpses aren't biting today.
Really inconsiderate of them.
It's probably for the best.
Which is probably why you ended up just, retiring for the evening. You're retiring for the day into your monogrammed coffin that your manservant carries around for you. Which is why, when you wake up, you notice a few things that are a bit concerning before you even open the coffin. Maybe an Arcana check.
Let's see. Arcana. That's a better
Roll
roll.
15. You notice immediately, because this is not an airtight coffin, that the atmosphere has changed. Not like a different level of pressure, although there is that, but more that you've got substantially more gravity affecting you than you did when you went to sleep, because the station had very low gravity, to the point where if you weren't careful, a pile of goblins could just be toppled over and float off. So not only that, but also it doesn't smell quite as much of dead hopes and dreams and stale cheeseburgers. It smells much more of like gothic noir fantasy, which is an interesting smell, but definitely one you identify.
I was wondering where I'd left my cheeseburgers.
So you notice that A, you've got more gravity. B, it smells more like death and less like dreams, or crushed dreams. And also that you are being jostled around as the coffin is being sort of lined up and stacked. Froderick, how are you arranging the coffin amongst the other luggage that you have hauled into the foyer that is currently stable as a mansion's foyer with a pair of ghost children in one corner?
How often does Elmal take a little coffin nap?
Once every week or two.
Okay, all right. So there wouldn't be anything piled on top of it. I think there would be. It would actually be probably on top of the rest of our luggage, sort of pulled off, and then there would be a small one of the other suitcases would be pulled out slightly diagonally to the side, arranged on the side opposite the hinges, so the side that opens, and there is a small glass of water sitting on the suitcase.
So at what angle is the suitcase currently propped?
You mean at sort of at what direction is the head
Is
pointed? Can we do that?
no. Is it a right
Laying
angle?
flat,
Is it
canted.
yeah?
vertical.
Oh,
Is it
no,
flat? Yeah.
absolutely flat.
Okay, completely
Absolutely
flat.
flat.
I wasn't sure if you want to give
I
him
would-
the,
I w-
give him the full Bela Lugosi so that he could just like step out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't want to deny Lord Bricott the opportunity to open the lid and go.
Yes. Okay.
Should dead man sit up?
Yeah, exactly.
So yes. So yeah, Bricott, what do you awaken having felt your coffin being jostled into position, and with an understanding that the atmosphere is different. And with the 15 on your Arcana, this is the magic exterior to your coffin feels distinctly familiar to your own, and not in the way that you like, thus not the same place that you had fallen asleep at.
Think to myself that the
Frodrick.
manservant, Frodrick.
Broderick.
Yeah, just call him the manservant. That'll
Yeah,
really.
that actually, I like that even better. That's great.
That
Like,
would be.
you know what?
Depending on how scientific your necromancer is, that would be a misclassification though to call him a manservant.
The manservant.
I also think it's really funny if you just don't remember my name. So consistently call me different like F names. I'm all on board for that if you're up for that.
Francois.
Yeah, exactly.
Just you probably would.
I
like
love that.
frequently going for Frederick because it's the closest he can remember.
Yep, that's great. I love that.
Young
But-
Frederick.
But it's like, I've been transported. Must have found somewhere else to go. And I'm gonna sit in the coffin and listen. Try to figure out what's going on.
All right, cool.
See if there's
Yeah.
anything else going on.
Give me a
around me.
perception check.
That's better.
The 22. You hear a voice whispering. Doesn't seem to be noticed by anybody else that's around. Because you definitely hear that there are people like moving around and presumably talking. I don't know. But you do hear a small voice that no one else seems to be reacting to that just goes, "I can see you sleeping."
I quietly return. Okay, voyeur, and I open the coffin.
The rest of you, what are you doing? You have just, all of you have just piled into the foyer. It has reverted back from or at least the apartment outside doesn't seem to be there anymore. The apartment complex outside doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Mhm.
You had just had the "I am the land and the land shall do what I say" sort of vocalization and when the lights went out, and the ghosts of Rose and Thorn are there in the room with you, Rose having just gone, "There's a monster in our house," with a voice that sounds pathetic and a face that says, "I'm done with this bullshit."
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are you doing
Yeah,
in the immediate
I
sense?
believe Valeria's response was, "All right, well, let's fucking deal with this thing then," and started to head towards the direction of the monster.
Cool. At that point, then, is when the coffin opens. Go ahead and
Coffin
describe
opens, she turns around and looks.
describe what they see as you sit up out of your coffin, Elmo.
They. You said the coffin's propped up. How high is that propped up?
It's like a suitcase height up
Okay.
off the ground, so not super high. In such a way that it would make it hard to steal the suitcases underneath without the coffin falling.
They would see a fairly young, thin man with light hair, with canid ears, wearing a purple coat.
Do you look dead? How dead on a scale of 1 to 10 do you look? Because you
3.
just came out of a coffin. Okay. What is
I don't give a
what
shit.
would be
You came out of a coffin. So, yeah, Wilhelm turns, points his fingers in a gun, and there's danger, Will Robinson, danger.
No, Mr. Scream, Mr. Scream. This is my employer. This is my employer. Lord Bricart, how are you? This is Mr. Scream. He's very good with the finger guns.
so he is not a corpse.
Oh, he's very animate. You can see. Give us a dramatic wave, Lord Bricart.
He stands. He does the dead man stand from the coffin
Oh,
very dramatically and gives a wave and a bow.
there. Yes. See, very much, very animated.
Elbow, wrist.
Beak opens, and just the sound of a cat hiss comes out.
No, Mr. Scream, employer. Huh? Yes. Lord
Well,
Bricart, how was your rest?
And everyone else, feel free to describe what Elmal sees around, starting with Valeria.
gender bent palette swapped Sephiroth.
There we go. Got it down to a science.
Look, I had a specific concept in mind.
No, it's great. I love it.
No, hey, nailed it. Elevator
Exactly.
pitch takes half a floor, and I'm down for it.
There.
Mara?
Character name Vosus Fabra is an assassin for hire and dressed like one. Corset, dress with a slit up to her thigh. Several knives, which she has out at this point because things have been happening strangely.
It's
And
Dracula, not Knives Out.
Yeah. And a set of snakes on her head that are writhing around, little orange snakes, and some orange sunglasses that she has on currently. Kind of opaque. You can't really tell her expression super well from them.
Snakes on a Scalp is my third favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie.
It is a lot shorter than Snakes on a Plane, though, weirdly. And Craig?
You see your faithful manservant. Broderick looks like a cheerful a young man, slightly fawn-colored curly hair, dressed in sort of Elizabethan style in a neat coat, and a little derby perched atop his head. Has a slight limp when he walks, and a noticeable spinal curve that manifests primarily on the right side.
And Jeremy?
4.5 foot tall bird person. Black feathers, raven person specifically. Kenko. In the most gaudily colored suit that you can imagine. With blade at the hip, currently pointing their fingers and in gun shape still at you. However, it has not moved down to kill shot mode, so it's fine.
Very reassuring.
If I might make some brief introductions, everyone, this is the illustrious Lord Emil Bricart, master of postmortem communications. This is Mr. Scream, as I mentioned. Miss Fabra. This is Miss Fabra, and the Lady Sanguine here. So, we're on sort of a haunted house, Lord. It's drifted into the station, then drifted out. There was a rather odd fog about it. I thought it seemed like a wonderful way to get off the station.
Also, you did not sign the contract. You are going to share with him if we are not going to if you are not grandfathered into the agreements we all signed. Just so we are clear.
Oh no! I did sign. In I have executive privilege. When Lord Brightcott is indisposed, which is news
Oh.
to you, Imal.
Fascinating.
Say what, motherfucker?
Accidentally kick my own headphones out right at that point.
It means it's all right if I sign things for Lord Brightcott.
And then he turns and looks at Bricott and goes,
We'll talk later.
and there is a really disconcerting wink that, like, it looks like it has trouble deciding which eye to use, and sort of one goes half down and then the other comes up part way, and then finally the first one completes the motion.
Like a wave.
Yeah. There's also an audible moist sound as the wink completes.
I'm fine with the sound. I'm not fine with the use of the word.
We seem to be in a house with some tricks up its sleeve.
The house itself appears to be confused about which tricks it ought to be using.
It is trying to trap us. This monster is going to be a trap.
And fortunately, we're aware of that, so...
Oh yeah, no, Necromancer hit dice is a d6. Well, it's okay. Depending on how things go, you might not have to worry about splitting the take with Elmo.
Yeah. No, Moses has quickly calculated that, if he can sign for him, he doesn't need to stay alive. We're fine. Continuing on.
He did just say we need to do it's 100 gold per head. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You do also notice, Elmo, that there are a pair of ghosts. You recognize them instantly, being of the trade that you are of. A pair of ghosts off to one side. A pair of young children, looks like. One older than the other. One with one that is fully in the role of terrified young child, and one that has the expression of, you know, the landlady from Kung Fu Hustle?
Yes. Yes.
Well, first you should go see Kung Fu Hustle, Trev. It's very good. Secondly,
isn't there a sequel coming?
Come back.
I think there is actually not. I wouldn't call it a sequel, but like a continuation of that particular
Yeah, I believe literally it is Kung Fu Hustle 2 is being made.
Is it?
Yes.
No, I thought it was Kung Fu something else. Called like Kung Fu something, but not Hustle.
Being made is a little bit of a misnomer. There are plans to make it, and a sequel is in the works. However, we heard that in 2019.
Yeah. Anyways, but the landlady of Kung Fu Hustle has a very particular resting bitch face, which is what is on the face of Rose. Even as her vocal tone sounds like a terrified child when she spoke. And is just sort of gesturing towards the door. You're in a foyer that has a fireplace off to one side and large oil paintings off to the other, with a shield that has a family crest of a windmill on it. And yeah, so double doors on either side of you, one of which Valeria is closer to.
Elmal approaches the ghost children and starts narrating, describing them. Like a researcher talking into a recorder, except he's just narrating to himself.
Do you have a recorder that you're talking into?
Do those exist in the setting?
Yeah, this is Spelljammer.
That's all.
Sure.
It could also be that Froderick just immediately pulls out notepad and pen.
Honestly, both simultaneously would be hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah.
Elmo pulls out a recording device, and Froderick just immediately also pulls out a notepad.
You
I
start.
I pride myself on lending the personal touch there.
You go over and start doing the the bones analytical analysis bit, and when you get within range, the girl gives you a look, reaches up and puts a finger into the recorder, and you feel the recorder get warm and then stop working.
Continues narrating, like narrates the event in detail.
She just shorted
Because-
out your recorder.
Because there's Froderick's.
Yeah.
Ghost
Like
of a
just
machine.
used up Froderick
That's
taking
why
notes
that's
too.
why Froderick is the backup.
This is why redundancies exist.
Very pleased to be of use, sir.
All right. She then looks. She then starts ignoring Elmal and looks at Valeria, who looked like they were going to do something, and just repeats again in the exact same tone of voice, "There's a monster in our house." Points.
Yes, I'll go trigger whatever trap this is and kill whatever beast is here.
Where exactly is the monster and what is it?
I don't think she's allowed to say.
The children.
Let's find out before we decide that.
Both of the children vanish.
Ah, damn
As I
it.
guessed. Well,
Oh,
Miss
ghosted
Stony Gaze,
again.
shall we go eliminate a monster?
With pleasure. Just gonna follow you.
Valeria just starts walking through, and immediately, once again, with that weird camera cut motion, there is a sword in her hand being held with the blade behind her shoulder.
I would like to be 5 feet. I would like to be a distance beyond which most explosions would not harm me behind Valeria.
There's not enough room in this foyer for you to be that far away.
Damn it. All right. I would like to be searching for traps along the way.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm going to examine the shield with the crest.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Ten. So observant.
20 from Elmo.
Oh, with a 20, sorry, with a 10 from Vosos, you're not seeing any traps on the immediate door.
Okay.
One second, sorry, just pulling stuff up. With a 20 from Elmo. Nothing, there doesn't seem to be anything specific about the, Yep. Yeah, no, there doesn't seem to be anything specific about the coat of arms, other than that it's the sort of coat of arms that an aristocratic family would have, which does match the paintings on either side of it. They're very aristocratic old family, like old money family portraits. The sort of portrait that you would sit still for more hours than you care to, looking dour at a painter who hopefully will paint it fast enough that you can have dinner by the time they're done because you've been starving all day. That kind of portrait.
There's a reason they always look dour in those portraits. It's because of how long they've had to be sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
But it is notable. It's not a family notable enough for Almal to recognize the crest of.
I mean, it has all the hallmarks of a family that would be notable for you to enough for you to recognize, but it's not one that you recognize.
Okay. Because Almal is a noble.
Yes, but
so he recognized a few.
You would recognize nobles from where you're from. This is not. This is very obviously not from where you're from.
Okay.
But yeah. Did you open the door, Valeria, or were you waiting?
Yes, she opened the door and is going through.
Yep. Opening the mahogany frame double doors that have stained glass in them, you find yourself in a wide hall that seems to based on what you saw from the outside, you would suspect would basically run the width of the house. At one end there is that's immediately to your left there is a fireplace. mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword that has the windmill cameo worked into the hilt. That has a windmill cameo worked into the hilt, I should say. The walls of this hall are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. And on the other side of the fireplace itself is sort of a black marble fireplace, and on the opposite side of the hall from that, there is a red marble staircase spiraling up around the far end of the hall, heading to a second floor. And looking around in the immediate vicinity, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other doors other than the 2 that you came in that lead to various other sections of the house. On the inside, the house looks like it's still lived in, but not. It doesn't look abandoned. It looks lived in, but there's nothing here other than paintings, wallpaper, fireplace, and stairs, and doors, and you. This is not like an open. This while the hall is relatively tall, it's not like open to the next floor. You can see that the staircase that spirals up does so into. There's a tight like column opening that it spirals around, but there's no nothing else that's open to the next floor. So you'd have to like go to the stairs to look up if you were to try to look up.
And are there any is the stairs the only place out of this room?
No, there are 5 other doors.
Yeah.
Possibly some of these doors.
Is there any indicator of where monster is supposed to be?
Nope.
Cool.
You can look around if you want.
Yeah, she's gonna look around, check the doors.
Good. Go ahead and give me what check would you like to make for your looking around? A perception check or an investigation check?
I would prefer perception.
Your perception check.
I'm gonna start looking too. I'm trying to like.
Natural 20 makes that 22.
Nice. What are you looking for, Mara?
I'm also looking. I'm trying to see if I can like hear anything or like pick up any that kind of clue.
Go and give me a perception check.
Okay.
The rest of you following in behind the 2?
Yeah.
If Lord Bricott is, then so is Frodrick.
Are you trying to schlep the luggage with you, or are you leaving it in the main hall? Or leaving it in the foyer?
Lord, should we bring this with us or leave it here? It does tend to be a little funny. Sometimes it's gone when we return. Mayhap you pick your favorite of the suitcases just as a precaution.
I think leaving it should be fine. If we deal with the monster, it might deal with the weirdness.
Very well. Well, after you, Lord.
And heads into this hallway with the others.
In the main hall. Yep.
Frodrick follows, carrying his own luggage, his baggage, his medical kit, and his satchel.
With a natural 20, Valeria, you notice looking around. You notice that that there are, in addition to the vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs, there are serpents and skulls that are inconspicuously woven into the wall designs. That seem out of place for the rest of the design, but are fairly obviously intentionally there. And that this you see that this decorative paneling continues to follow the staircase as it circles upwards towards the second floor. Mara, listening with that 18.
Yeah.
You do hear, like, there's some background gray noise, like just something that's just sort of persistently there that keeps shifting between the hum of an engine and the sound of air flowing through the house as if in rhythm with someone breathing steadily.
This is unsettling.
Those skulls and serpents, are they in line with like the doors that are in this room?
No, they seem to be just like woven into the same patterns, but not meant to be seen immediately. But it's just part of the decoration, it seems. Not like they're not indicating anything in like they're not indicating a specific door or anything like that, as far as you can tell.
Her obvious indicator is that those will be where the traps come from. So she's trying to figure out if they're like lined up to shoot you when you try and open a specific door or anything like
Doesn't
that.
seem like it. But they're not, even with an at 20, you're not sure where all of them are.
Yeah.
You just noticed them while you were inspecting the paneling and stuff.
There are grim icons hidden among the rest of these. Likely that'll be an indicator of danger, whether it's an actual trap or just the house trying to scare us.
Perhaps.
I would wager more on the side of traps, however, and be cautious.
Can I examine the patterns? Like the placement of the skulls and compared to everything else, and
Give me an investigation check.
While everybody is doing things, I'm going to start at least putting in new eye drops, by which I mean ritual casting detect magic.
You go to look at the while you're doing that. Mr. Scream, is there anything that you're doing while the others are investigating the walls and the stairs?
I am mostly just keeping an eye out for shit that might surprise us.
Give me a perception check.
I have no particular incredible plans.
With a 10 on the investigation check, as you're looking at the pattern, Trevian, or Elmal, you're not finding anything like inherent to the pattern as you're looking. With a 2,
There it is.
You're keeping that eye out with that nat 1.
Yes, I am.
Head on a swivel.
You do notice
He's
though,
so prepared.
as you go up and you're putting fingers to the embellishings on the panels, and like they're carved out as you're moving a hand along. At a certain point, you're not certain when, the embossed and embellished carving in the paneling becomes flat, like it's been rendered, like it's being like painted on rather than being carved out. And you continue to run your finger along it, and then the pattern disappears entirely. And you realize you are now looking at, instead of the like sculpted paneling, you are now looking at like a cheap hotel wallpaper. The rest of you, except for Wilhelm, realize as Elmal was looking at the wall, you're no longer in a grand hall anymore. Wilhelm, you've like, Mr. Scream, you have like locked your eyes onto a door and are waiting for something to come through it. Which is why you don't realize everything else changes, because you're just focused on that door that's right there. You're now in a long corridor. All of you have realized, except for Wilhelm Scream, that has like this really cheap, tacky wallpaper on it. A sort of like a bluish gray, like sort of gray concrete floor with like runner lights along it, and very obvious streaks of blood running through the hallway, as if something was dragged down the hallway.
Oh, dragged which direction?
Make a medicine check.
Yeah.
All of
Immediately
you,
start-
The house is not quite done adjusting itself yet.
all three of you, all four of you, also give me an insight check.
8.
6. Gotta love dice.
Which is everyone except for Wilhelm Scream. So
Right.
Insight?
Yeah.
4.
8.
Elmo, in addition to everything else that you've noticed, you also noticed that the Kenku, Wilhelm Scream, is staring at like it looks like it's a flat panel facade of a door. It's the kind of thing that you would see on like a movie set where it's just like a wooden panel that's been propped up with 2 bars of wood, and then a door has been shoddily painted on. But that Kenku is focused on it.
You're gonna tell if someone goes through that. For sure.
Yep.
Prepared.
Well, the Geku can focus on that. I'm gonna focus on the blood on the floor.
Jeremy, as you are startled as this facade, as this door begins to come towards you and then falls forward, and you realize it was a fake door.
Door's clear.
Whose voice was that?
That's a really good question. Y'all don't know. It was some random, like, it actually came out rather demonic sounding.
Oh, there you go.
Like, yeah, well, no, like, it was either a tiefling with a really sore throat when they said it, or potentially Asmodeus. One of the two.
But only one of the two.
But only one of the two.
With that 8 medicine check for our Medusa, you're not able to tell, like, it's hard to tell because it's definitely a bit older. It's not fresh. And the drag marks seem to be coming from multiple different sources. You're in sort of like the hallway you're in ends in like an open area that leads into what looks like a kitchen or a dining room or maybe a living room.
Okay.
But then there's also like a pair of double doors that are closed on one side, and there are drag marks that are going through that open door and underneath those double doors. So
Fascinating.
they do seem to be ending like right at the wall next to you.
I do not like that. Are the doors like?
But you don't know if that's
where. Hallway...
But you're not sure if that's where they started or that's where they ended.
Yeah. Do we know if because we were in a hallway with like 5 or so doors besides the stairway. Are those doors all gone now?
No, there are 6, including the ones that you came through. There are 6 doors still, but they're in different orientations, and some of them don't have doors on them anymore.
Fascinating.
Some of them are fake pallet doors.
Well, no, some of them are now open walkways through which you can see what looks like a kitchenette set, or like a bar area maybe. And one of them has like a very obvious sign that says bathroom.
And those are all open, and I'm going to
of the 6 doors. Doorways. There are 2 that actually still pertain doors, both of them double doors, both of them closed. The rest do not have doors, though they do have places where hinges would have been at one point.
And the double doors are the ones the blood trails are going through.
One of them is. The other one's going through an empty doorway area.
I would like to pull out my short sword and just sort of I'm gonna do something dramatic. I'm gonna fling one of the doors, and like I'm trying to get the element of surprise, and I would like to sort of tumble in, like, so I stay low, so if something is trying to stab me on the other side of the door, I can maybe ankle bite them. I want to do something dramatic.
So give me an intelligence check first.
Okay. All right. Intelligence check.
Yes.
All right. That's a 3.
Okay.
So you go up to the. Are you going up to the door that has a blood trail coming from underneath it? Okay.
Absolutely.
So you go up to the door, intending to throw it open, and you put a hand on it and push, and it doesn't move.
I would.
And then you grab and pull, and it still doesn't move. This door is obviously possessed of an evil spirit that is keeping it closed.
Can I try and pull it sideways? Like if this is a sliding door.
You got to pull it sideways,
A
and
third option.
in fact, yes. As you pull it sideways, both
Yes.
doors slide open apart from one another. You found the secret to the lock.
Excellent.
Looking beyond, you find another short corridor through which the blood continues to trail, with 2 more doors.
I would like to tumble dramatically through it because that was my stated intent.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Valeria, meanwhile, walking behind like a normal vampire.
15, elegantly tumbled through.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Uh,
The blood
Elmo.
continues down this way.
Elmo, what are you trying to find out about the blood?
Just general information like age, direction.
Give me a medicine check. 17. Well, you can tell that there are multiple different like sort of trails of blood. From what you can tell, several bodies have been sort of dragged through here, and not at the same time and not in the same direction. The pool of blood by the wall, you would say someone was killed right here by something. Looking at the blood splatter on the wall and some of the scarring, it looks like they weren't expecting it, and also that something came at, like, as you're standing there looking at it, roughly your neck level, through them and hit the wall. And then that body was dragged in the direction of where Vosus and Valeria are going. And then at some point in time, something else was dragged out of the dining room looking, or maybe living room looking area that the other trail comes from, dragged out of there and brought back to around this spot and didn't go any further. Frodrick.
Yes.
What would you be doing right now while Elmal is staring at a concerning bloodstain on a wall and Vosus has forward tumbled through a pair of doors followed by Valeria?
Have I finished my ritual cast? If not, then still putting the eye drops in.
You have not finished ritual cast, no.
So still sort of standing there, like sort of like those old glass contact lenses that people used to have, which were really, really tricky to keep clean and put in. It's like that, but it's just the eye itself. And he has this little vial with a dropper and keeps putting it in and then like taking his pinky and just touching the actual eyeball. And there's sort of a squish as he kind of moves it around and then lubricates it a little more.
Okay.
You gotta rotate the entire eye 360 degrees in the skull, putting drops on it as you go.
Yeah, exactly. This Drev, this is how he casts detect magic. He just swaps in new eyes.
So then you would be
I've got my
looking-
mother's eyes in my bag.
So you would be looking in the correct direction then, to notice that above the ceiling above Elmal, one of the, like, this is like a fake ceiling. You know, there's like false ceiling tiles where that they tend to have in modern hotels and apartments and things
Like a
that.
drop ceiling?
Yeah, like a drop ceiling. You notice
Yep.
one of those tiles sliding away, and something just dipping a bladed object down towards Elmal.
Lord Bricart! And he surges forward and like it if this could be shot in slow motion, it would be, as he sort of dives forward, bodyguard style, to knock Lord Bricart out of the way.
With that, we're going to go ahead and roll some initiative in a moment as soon as I pull you onto the right map.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And clear up the spaces that you can see.
Blade thirsts.
Depending
That
on
would
my
be
initiative.
oh, there we go.
Depending on my initiative, it's going to be like that old I think it was
Ooh.
Simpsons, where somebody gets
Maybe.
shot 3 times and then somebody else dives in front of them and gets shot 2 more times.
Yes, I believe that is a Simpsons gag.
Yep.
Yes.
I mostly know that because it keeps getting memed.
All right. Larry is there.
I just saw Ghost in concert last night. It was really good. It was fun, but the songs are all in my head now.
Elmall is there.
Can you feel the thunder?
Yeah, they did. They actually that's my wife's favorite song, and they played that one. That was a big hit.
Where do you think Wilhelm Scream has been standing at this point?
Hold on just a second. We're okay. I think down this way so that he can have a really good vantage point and not see anything because of, dice.
Fair.
Also, he still does not entirely trust our new addition. And it is his prerogative to do so.
Utterly fair. Here, since you're where you're at, you can actually see some more stuff. There we are. All right. So yeah, go ahead and
Initiative.
yeah, roll some initiative for me.
Ooh,
Bless you.
thank you. Toy Teen.
24. Oh yeah. I haven't played a rogue in ages.
Well, good
Oh,
news,
no.
bad news. Good news is, looks like I'll be going before Lord Brycott. Bad news, probably not before anybody else.
Right. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Sen, are you doing the rule where if you can flank through something, you get advantage on it?
yes,
Okay.
we are indeed using flanking.
Cool.
All right. That's coming down there. And the others aren't visible yet.
Don't like that.
Ooh.
I don't know about the rest of you all. I didn't like the others in that sentence.
Ah,
Yeah, it is what it is. And that one. All right, and now I can go to the Roll20, which should have everybody in the right spot. I think. Yes. I got to the Roll20 set up properly. And there we go. Cool. All right, and I don't have any lovely battle music to play, so we're just gonna have to deal with it being
oh well.
quiet in the background. So
I was gonna say that sounds like our bard's job.
so
Absolutely not. You don't want that.
Mara,
Yes.
what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12. It's not great.
Let me see. Well, let's see what this thing's passive stealth is. Beats it. With a 12, you notice the sound of metal being drawn above you.
Ah. I look up.
Looking up, you can see coming out of the ceiling a pair of blades. Seem to be heading down towards you. And I will reveal them.
Animated swords.
They are within attack range because the ceiling's not that high, and they are in the middle of moving towards you. How you interact?
Okay. Well, that seems bad. I can't flank them with where Valeria is right now, but if I step back, I could maybe get this one kind of on the bottom with flanking, possibly.
There's not
if
really
I,
there's not an angle for you to be able
There's
to
not an
flank
angle?
that one and attack it. No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Because it's
All
coming.
right.
A, it's coming in from above you, and B, that's a corner that's a corner of a wall that it's at right now.
Got it. Well, in that case, I would like to swing my short sword up to kind of like parry it and then stab with my dagger.
All right.
Like that.
The one below you?
2 attacks. Because I think it can do. They're both light. I want to say is short sword light.
Yes, short sword
Yeah.
light.
So
Yeah.
okay. All right. I have too many attacks, and I deleted them, and then I forgot to delete them on this sheet. But all right, short sword. A 9 probably misses.
Yes, a 9 does miss.
Okay, and then dagger stabbing
Dagger.
offhand. 11.
11 also misses. Well,
Damn it.
you don't miss, but you stab, and the sword very expertly parries as if being wielded by an expert swordsman. So,
But they are
your
like
short sword,
disembodied.
ching-ching, yes.
Aha. A worthy opponent.
Indeed.
That's my
Our
turn.
battle will be legendary.
So yes, one of them flies down at you.
Okay.
And it is going to attempt to slash you. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh god.
The other one then sees a secondary opponent and is actually going to fly towards Valeria. But a 6, I think, misses.
Oh yes.
As you get that long, as you impossibly quickly get that long sword around in front of you and just ting, beat the flying sword off to one side.
It's just sort of like it's not even, she doesn't even bring it around to front edge. She just sort of raises her arm, and thus the blade is in the way, and just sort of tilts it and turns it to one side.
But speaking of beating off metal objects, Frederick, as you are attempting to get in the way of Elmal, or get in the way of Elmal, of the sword heading towards Elmal, you do not, unfortunately, see in time the sword that's coming for you.
Fair.
Oh. Well, that's all right. I forgot about that.
Does an 18 hit you?
18 does hit me, yes.
All right. That'll be 10 slashing damage. Wow. Max damage.
Ooh. Ow.
All right. I am glad I cast False Life earlier, or else I would be down.
All right.
There is I think it cuts in, and there is just a sort of grunt. And Frederick says, or like, can it be a stab?
Absolutely.
And Frederick goes, "Oh, don't worry, Lord. I installed the backups today." And sort of slaps his chest.
Stabs into you, comes back out. What is attached to it when it comes back out, like as blood wise?
I mean, Frederick has blood. It's just a little listless, and dark. It's sort of a dark, just dark red.
Yeah.
Otherwise, looks like human blood. Just maybe not as aerated as one might hope.
Not as vibrant.
It's old coagulated blood instead of normal blood.
Actually,
Just a bit sludgy.
You know what? Actually, I think it's actually frothier than you expect.
Ugh.
There you go.
I think it's actually the opposite. I think he's like you
really
said,
pale.
he installed
pale
his
pink.
backups today, so everything's running at like 150% in there. So it's a little pink and a little frothy,
And
Mm.
a little extra,
like a
Word
blood
you never
latte.
want to hear associated with blood.
little bit extra. Little
You
bit
play
extra
enough vampire, my
bubble in
friend, that blood latte should not bother you.
All right. Speaking
great
speaking
phrase.
of blood lattes, what's your passive perception?
11.
Okay, so you do not see the sword coming at you.
Cool.
Do-do-do-do. There are, per the rules of this encounter, one animated sword per player.
Wait, it's going after me though.
Oh, right. Sorry, it doesn't attack you, but it does. So yeah, you don't see it. Ignore that.
Cool.
It is still there though.
Right. It just
Not
hovered
either
down
way.
like in camera.
Yeah.
It comes
It's
the camera's looking at me
behind, yeah.
and it sees me getting ready to do my thing, and then it just slides down
Yeah,
behind me.
Exactly. Yeah. It's you.
Yep.
But it is your turn.
All right.
I was stuck on the reveal and not on the remembering the turn order.
Yeah. Legit. I mean, the easiest target is the one that I would probably not be shooting would not be shooting at if I had a choice between other targets, but it's fine. I will do my finger guns thing. Cast finger guns. It's a bonus action to cast, and then take aim
I'm gonna
and
say you
open
don't.
fire.
I'm gonna say you don't have disadvantage because you're unaware of the enemy that's in melee with you.
Right. No, I am completely unaware. I am not protecting myself against the blade behind me. And that is a 21 to hit
That'll hit. Roll damage.
for 8 damage.
Oh yeah, no, there is
Force damage specifically.
what's the sound that you make versus the sound that the sword makes as this pocket of condensed air smashes into it?
So in terms of Wilhelm himself, he takes a hand, does the finger gun thing, and makes a full-on sound of a gun like cocking back, chamber spinning, and then the full-on sound of an explosion. And that is his verbal component for that.
Yeah.
The 5 clicks and then the bang.
And then there is a ping as it hits the sword. And you watch as the sword like warps. The blade bends from the impact, and then almost like it's made of like rubber, just sort of like warps itself back into after taking the hit.
All I can think of is like the chamber spinning, clicking. If you miss, you're basically just playing Russian roulette as your excuse for missing. You just ended up in an empty chamber.
It just clicks instead of going bang.
Valeria, your turn.
Valeria sort of like, if they're deflecting the blade off to one side, brings her other hand up and around and turns it and just strikes back down at it. As I make an attack with the katana.
The one that attacked you or the one that attacked?
The one that attacked me.
Go.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 damage, and I vex it. so I get advantage on my next attack against it.
Yep. Only you though, not someone else.
Yeah, only me. I'm assuming it's still standing.
It
for
is still
12
up.
damage.
You
In that case,
you
I will
battered
use
it
my
pretty hard, but it's still up.
I will use my bonus action to expend one of my 2 battle tactic dice for effortless dodge, which is basically just taking the dodge action as a bonus action.
All right. Can you use that battle dice to add damage to your attack at all? Is that
Not until 3rd level.
Okay, cool. All right. This animated sword's turn.
And I could theoretically get a little bit extra damage if I had killed it on cleave to hit the next guy, but I didn't kill it.
So this one is going to attack an unaware Wilhelm, and I'll say it has advantage. Because it didn't impose disadvantage on the ranged attack.
No, absolutely fair. No, Wilhelm is currently aiming his finger down the hallway and seeing Lurian's character.
Elmo.
Yes.
Elmo Bricott. Yeah.
Elmo, thank you.
Let me make that name.
Is
visible
saying
for you.
yes. Is saying move, bitch, get out the way.
So does a 16 hit you?
A 16, I'm pretty sure hits me. Yes, my armor class is 15.
You do have your reaction if you want to cast shield or anything, if you have that.
I do not have shield.
All right. So yeah, you say move, bitch, get out of the way, and then you feel a sharp something stabbing you inside. Taking 3 points of slashing damage as it rolls minimum damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Frodrick.
These swords are really swingy.
Very.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so disappointed.
I will. The one that's in front of me, is it at level with me, or is it at this point kind of like in my back?
No, it's at level with you at this point. So it's like you are flanking it with Elmo for what it's worth.
Shink.
Yeah, but the one on the far side of Elmal was the one that was hit, right?
Yes.
By the way, name didn't show up on the token.
Oh man, it showed up for me, but
Make it visible to everyone.
yeah, that's the thing I gotta do.
Yeah. And that one has not attacked yet, right?
Which one?
There you go.
The one on the other side
The
of
one
Elmo?
this one in front of Elmal
It has not yet, no.
Okay. So yeah, so Frodrick is running forward and calls out, "Look out, Lord!" And pulls out from the medical bag, pulls out like a tuning fork for a hearing exam, but it has rubber tubing stretched between the tines like a slingshot, and then reaches down into a pocket and pulls out like a tiny little sort of lumpy crystalline rock. And I'm going to cast magic kidney stones and make an attack.
Can you attack in the same turn that you cast Magic Stone?
I think it effectively is a.
I believe they updated it to not
Yeah,
suck.
so it's a bonus action to cast Magic Stone,
and then an action you can actually throw it.
Yeah. You touch 1 to 3 pebbles, or in this case, kidney stones. Don't worry, there's some tonsilloths in there too.
Right. You are making a range attack in melee, so you do have disadvantage.
Oh no, I know. It's not ideal, but he's a valet, not a strategeran. Well, that sucks because the one of them was a 20.
And the other was an 11, which does miss.
Yeah. No. Okay.
What impact crater is left behind as that sword parries the kidney stone into the wall?
Well, actually, this is kind of important. I would like to use my inspiration, if I may.
Go ahead. So
All right.
roll one more time,
So just
flat.
Cool. All right. That'll fucking work. 22.
22 will hit. So instead, so roll damage.
10 points.
Nice. So it parries the kidney stone into the wall, and then the kidney stone ricochets back into it.
Oh, they'll do that.
where does it shatter the sword as it hits?
Right. Right. I think right below the crossguard. Medically speaking, in the taint of the sword.
Right. So yeah, it hits right below the crossguard in the middle in the blade, and you just watch as the blade just shatters. A large chunk of it just drops to the floor and like embeds, and the hilt hovers for just a second, bladeless, and you don't nothing like visual happens, but you get like this psychic projection of like somebody like the sword equivalent of somebody grabbing their crotch in pain as the hilt then just like clatters to the ground.
And then I will move forward. Can I occupy the same space as this other sword?
It is tiny, so yes, you can.
Okay. I effectively,
Or rather,
as much as
actually,
possible, put.
Sorry, no, it is small. You cannot.
Okay.
It's too much. It's waving around too much to be for you to be able to occupy the same space as it. Is
all right.
what would happen there?
Without getting eviscerated.
Yeah, it's like
We-
it'd be like trying to walk into the space of somebody waving a razor blade around wildly.
Yeah, fair. Okay. In that case, I will stay where I am because I have pretty good line of sight down it, and if it tries to go after Elmo, I can at least pretend that I can try to grab it.
All right, Elmo. There's a shattered sword to one of you, and to one side of you, and an unshattered sword to the other side of you, along with I'm assume because I can't see accurate health totals, heavily bleeding Frederick.
I'm only down 1 hit point out of my actual hit
Oh,
points.
really? False life was a good false life for you.
Yeah. I had 9 points of temp HP.
Nice. He's slightly bleeding Frederick then.
Well done, Francis. And I try to chill touch the sword
Thank you.
between Frederick and myself.
Thank you, Lord Brightcard. It remains Frederick, but that's extenuating circumstances and all.
Hey,
So flanking, so advantage.
Chill touch is no longer a ranged attack, so yes.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Critical hit.
It is now actually a touch.
Absolutely wild.
Oh, did they? That's good.
So I just grab it by the hilt and freeze it.
Yeah. No, that kills it. This kills the. So you just roll the crit damage, so not the 9, but the 14. But that's okay because that's enough to kill it.
Well done, Lord.
Yeah. So when you hit crit damage, it rolls 2d10, whereas when you just hit regular damage, it just rolls 1d10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. But yeah, you grab it, freeze it, and it shatters.
And then I just casually toss the hilt off to the side.
Ting, ting, ting. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Vozos.
These others are lucky to have us, aren't they, Lord?
It would appear so.
Well, why don't you stand behind me, just though, in case?
Mara.
I am continuing to battle the sword that is trying to kill me. I'm gonna try to parry and stab. I think I'm gonna try and just sort of thrust wildly with the short sword at this point because my precise strike did not work, so I'm just going for flailing now.
Also, I appreciate that the sword that attacked Jeremy made a Jeremy roll of minimum damage with 3. So it had advantage on a stealthy attack, and then just sliced your cheek.
Yeah. Is it down low enough that I get advantage now or not?
It is down lower now, but you're still not flanking it.
Okay, that's all right. I have to check.
You'd have to occupy the.
You
same
have an
spaces.
ally in melee with it though, so
I do. I still get if I just have to hit it first.
You'd have to occupy the same space as a wall in order to flank it. Which is a
Yeah.
problem.
A 12.
A 12 will not hit.
All right, dagger.
You have a +6 to this. You just keep rolling.
I
really
know.
low.
24.
24
There
will
we go.
hit.
That'll do it.
That's good. I'm very pleased. All right, so that's going to be 5 damage, and then I get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't roll it. How do I do that? Oh, you know what? It's because I have to have that toggled. I guess. If I click damage again, maybe it'll do it. Let me find out.
It did, and you rolled a 1 on the sneak attack, so it would have been
I did.
one
All right,
extra
so 6
die.
glorious
Alright,
points of
6
damage.
glorious points of damage. And well, does Nick require you to have successfully hit or just attacked?
Hit. Yeah, so I can do that.
Well, sorry. The way Nick is phrased, you would have had to have hit with a short sword, but I think.
No, Nick just requires you to attack. It's
Okay, so then yeah, so that would have been you would have done both of those attacks with just your action, so you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Oh yeah.
That you can use to attack again with a dagger.
Yes.
May I ask while you're looking, or may I suggest that the short attack against Wilhelm was like horror movie style, actually less an attack and more Wilhelm backing into the sword and going, ow, sort of reaching back and then slowly turning and looking to see the sword?
I think yes, but rather than backing into the sword, backing along the sword, so it just cuts the cheek. So it's that ow, and then turn to look, and there's just a sword at eye level.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Nick just happens, and then for my bonus action attack, can I do with the short sword, or do I have to do with the dagger again?
With the offhand dagger, yeah.
Okay. Offhand.
Do you have the 2-weapon fighting style?
No, I don't.
Because if you don't, it won't add your dex to damage.
I do not. No, yeah,
so that
and it doesn't.
That would have actually been 1 damage then on the initial dagger attack, because that did add your dex.
Okay.
To it. So you did 2 damage to it total and missed on the second hit to the attack or third attack technically.
Okay.
There. Okay, got that fixed. Ba-da-ba-da.
Also, your offhand is using strength instead of dex for some reason. It's not offhand finesse.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's because I have too many attacks, and it did that weirdly.
It would have missed anyways because your dagger is a +6 to attack with your dagger when you're using finesse.
All right. So basically, what I tried to do was just sort of just sort of the blender principle, and then I fling up my dagger and I nick like the side of the hilt or something, so it goes spinning. And then I try and hit it again and I miss.
While it's spinning, it's gonna correct itself and then spin back at you.
Okay.
As it Zwarchows at you.
Yep.
A 20 to hit.
Yes.
Ciao.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
That's it. So yeah, you do the windmilling, sword dagger combo at it, and as it spins back around, it just comes back around and right along your clavicle bone, and you just go down in a curtain of blood.
Yep.
All right, and the other one continues to attack at Valeria.
It has disadvantage.
Does it have disadvantage?
Because I took the dodge action as a bonus action.
Right.
Yeah.
It rolled a 19 and a 19.
That will still hit.
For 9 points of slashing damage. As you go to dodge, and you see the curtain of blood coming off of Vozos, and that distracts you long enough for it to just get in, like for a quick stab and slash into the gut. All right, it is now.
Actually, you know what?
It's turn.
Oh, no, never mind. Lucky doesn't work that way anymore.
Yeah, no, lucky only works on your rolls.
No, it works in the enemy rolls. It just provides disadvantage.
Yeah,
it doesn't do the super luck anymore.
Yep.
Yep. I am.
It's also
now that I know there's one behind me. I am going to. Yeah, fuck it. I'll be rolling at disadvantage, but it's not gonna be that much worse than anything else. Actually, I'll let it attack me. I will take a step back. Full steps back.
All right. It will take entire opportunity. An 11.
Is a miss.
There you go.
Nice.
And I will shoot. Oh, wait, let me. The extend for duration. Okay, good. It is not a concentration check, so it is still going. Finger gun.
A 9 will miss.
That's almost certainly a miss.
Mhm.
And I am going to unfortunately, I do not have a cool a cool thing because I know you're going to ask me how I do it. I don't know. I'm giving Valeria bardic inspiration.
You either squawk off a one-liner or start doing burn.
It's something like that. It's a one-liner. I just don't have one at the moment.
Fair.
Unfortunately.
That's your bonus action, is the inspiration.
Correct.
Cool. All right. Valeria, well, for sake of performance, we'll say that you do the I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum and I'm all out of gum.
Sure.
All right. I will first make my attack against the one that I attacked previously with Vex for advantage. 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
dealing 12 more damage.
It only had 2 health left. You minimum damage kills it.
And from that, I will then spend my other battle tactic die for cleave, which will allow me to, when I reduce the hostile creature to 0 hit points or score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, I can expend a battle die to move up to 15 feet and make another melee weapon attack as part of the same action. On a hit, add the battle die to the attack's damage roll. So I will turn and swing at the other one. I will use one of my luck points for advantage on this roll as well.
Right.
$25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
For 14 damage.
Which was enough to kill it
Plus
if it was
the
at max
D8
health.
of battle dice, so another 1. So
Yep.
15 damage.
And that's another one down. So what's it look like as you destroy these 2 swords?
It's Valeria's very like economical motion, so it is very much this sort of like step to one side, slash down through the blade of one, and then turn the wrist and slice up through the blade of another in this sort of like very tight V formation.
Yeah, just a deep V results in 2 shattered swords scattering to left and right. Which only leaves 1 sword remaining. Anything else on your turn?
I think that's about it for me because I don't have any way of preserving Vozos' life right now.
Would you like to
I can
shout
only
out?
drain it faster.
Would you like to shout out anything about Vozos being down? Because the corner means that Elmo and Frederick can't see her.
Fair. So yeah, so she'll strike down, strike up, turn to face the last one, lower the blade. Trying to figure out how she would describe. The Medusa is down, she'll say, with this like calm voice that carries through the rest of the hall.
The sword that our resident Screamy Boy stepped away from lowers and does what would effectively be a thrust, but really is just a charge towards Wilhelm Scream.
Mm-hmm.
16 to hit.
Just doesn't just hit, hits +1.
For 5 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm still up.
It rolled a 1 previously on damage, and now it rolled a 3
And a
on
3.
damage. All right, Frederick.
Mr. Scream, watch out! There's one behind you.
And I'm going to take a shot at the one behind Wilhelm.
In front of, because he backed away and shot at it.
Fair. Sorry. Hey, Frederick's a little a little delayed here. And then we'll shout down the corridor. How's everyone else doing? Doing well, I hope.
Valeria did just say that the Medusa is down.
No, that was following through on my joke of Frederick running a little behind.
Yeah. Fair.
Also, it could just mean she did another tumble because she had done that one previously, so fair.
Wow, an 11.
That will miss. Ricochet off of the blade.
Yeah, I will. I will move up to here.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I believe that's everything I got in the tank at this point.
All right. Elmo.
Can I have a Constitution save, please? From the sword.
Thank you. I was buzzing. Like from me, from the sword.
Yes, from the DM.
That depends.
It's generally-
What is the effect you are trying to inflict upon it?
Minor lifesteal. You attempt to drain the life energy of a creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a Constitution save, or take a D6 necrotic.
Fair.
What does this look
Roll a
like? Do we
4.
see anything?
What does it look like as you drain the life of an inanimate sword?
Rusty.
A sickly green glow around the sword. Since no one else is looking at, since someone's looking at Elmo right now.
Mm.
So a D6 for 3.
3 points
Nice.
of necrotic damage. All right, Mara, go ahead and give us a death save.
Yeah.
Feel free to whisper it to me if you don't want it to be public
I don't
knowledge.
know how to do that on these sheets.
On the top of the sheet, on top of the character sheet, it'll say.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Well-
public or whisper. That's a 3.
Yeah.
All
Which is
right.
bad, but it's not a 1.
Not a 1.
It's not a 1.
Senior Scream.
Yep. Sorry, hold on.
You're being pursued by sword.
Exit.
Exit pursued by sword.
Mhm.
Let's boo boo.
That would be one hell of a use of a flywire system.
For a Shakespearean show,
Yeah,
the person
like-
running away being chased by a flying sword.
Yeah, it's like have a flying sword on like wire controls and just like have it just chasing out of somebody. That would be interesting to choreograph against.
I am. I can't back up because the hallway's full, and even if I could, that'll probably result in me going down.
You can move through ally space. You can move through ally spaces.
You missed the second part of that saying,
Fair.
of that statement.
I mean, there's always disengage.
And then no.
Fair. Sometimes you don't want to give
Um,
up your whole turn to get away from the sword.
Yeah, that would just be giving up my turn. So you know what? Fuck it, I'll attack at disadvantage.
Bang!
Nope, that's gonna be a miss.
So, question, Jeremy. Does the sound that comes out of Wilhelm Scream for the verbal component magically reflect the result of the roll, or is it the same sound that he does every time?
No, it's the same sound every time.
Okay.
He is an aspirational caster.
Fair. Absolutely. So yeah. Click, click, bang. And
Yep.
there is a hole in the wall behind the sword.
Good.
Anything else on your turn?
I look at the sword. I point over at Frederick. He did it.
Oh, yes, it was me. Oh, watch out now.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Right.
Sure, I'm about to die anyways.
Because you can still, if you have bonus action, if you have leveled spells to cast, bonus action will still work if they have bonus action.
There's nothing bonus actiony spell wise that I can do. I can, however, elbow throw trick in the side. Do better. There you have some inspiration.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll do my best to take this very constructive criticism under advisement.
Just because I don't know what the new rules for Bardic Inspiration are by heart, what can that be used on?
I believe it's still just attack rolls and ability checks, and I think saving throws.
Pretty sure. I mean, here's the thing. I'm using the 2014 class, so it doesn't
There
matter.
you go. All right. That makes it Valeria.
Yeah, right. Step over here. Take the flanking position. Swing with advantage.
You do still have Bardic Inspiration?
I do indeed. Does a 14 hit?
The
It
big
doesn't.
difference
I'll
with
use
Bardic
it does not hit,
Inspiration
no.
So I'll use that inspiration. What's
Is
the inspiration just a D6 right now?
Yes.
is it lasts 1 hour instead of just the 10 minutes.
How about an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
For 7 damage. And it is also vexed.
Nice.
All right. Its turn. It has a target. It's going to keep going after. Natural 20 to hit Wilhelm Scream.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
For 12 slashing damage.
Blah!
Actually, real quick. Darn it. The disadvantage on lucky is specifically for an attack roll against you.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's still real good, but it got hella nerfed.
It got hella nerfed like it needed to be.
Yeah. All right. The swords have claimed 2 bodies. Frederick.
Wilhelm's down and the sword is still up.
Yep.
Oh, no, this won't do. Back on your feet, Mr. Scream. And I will cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
17 points.
Okay.
What does it look like when you cast Cure Wounds?
He just sort of reaches down and reaches into the vest and takes out a little potato and with wires coming out of it, and sort of takes the ends of the wires and says, you just back on your feet, Mr. Scream, and then jams them into the sides of Wilhelm's neck. And then there is a burst of electrical energy from the potato battery.
There is the cartoonish flash of a skeleton through Wilhelm's Scream as you are jolted back to consciousness.
You ever hear a chicken get electrified?
Yes.
Just
That's
now.
what you hear. Disturbingly, how quickly you answered yes, Craig.
Sorry, I thought that was in character.
No.
Okay.
That was me asking if you ever heard that, because that's the sound that comes out of Wilhelm.
Okay. Fair.
Somebody give me that audio clip. Elmal.
Can I use my movement to get Wilhelm up on his feet?
We'll say if you spend, you can spend all your movement to get Wilhelm up to his feet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you're not even prone right now, Wilhelm.
Okay.
And then there's a little pat on your back, and then a little brush just sort of comes around the corner and brushes off your sleeves like a little valet
Goodness
whisk.
new.
Right, Trev.
Another con save, please.
All right.
Drain the life from this sword.
14.
That succeeds.
So no damage. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Mara, death save.
Yep. I know how to whisper now.
Hey. All right. Number noted.
Yep.
Jeremy.
It's always concerning.
Mm-hmm. Try it again.
Go ahead.
Fuck, I pull out a dagger and I stab at it.
With advantage.
14.
A 14 misses unless you got something you want to add to it.
I have nothing that I
Don't
could
you have-
use my.
Don't you have an inspiration?
I do.
But Jeremy uses inspiration for non-important roles.
Also,
Oh.
I still don't think bards can inspire themselves unless they're specifically like a
No,
valor or a blade
GM's
bard.
inspiration that I gave
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, GM.
I'm not using. Isn't that just for re-rolling d20s, anyways?
You roll. You get basically another roll.
See if you could hit.
No, right.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. Because the way you said that makes me think that it's really low on hit points, and you're just trying to get the kill. And I'm not using my inspiration, so I can maybe do the 1 point of damage needed. And let's be honest, probably still not succeed in hitting.
Fair. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That
Valeria.
is it.
All right. I will take another attack. I kind of wish these things were not constructs so that I could bite them, but you know. Natural 20
Oh yeah.
for 19 damage.
I had 4 hit points left. Thank you very much. All right. We are going to stay in initiative because someone is currently down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Valeria sort of like takes a moment to assess the situation, realizes what this sword is at right now, and just sort of starts to turn away and just flicks the wrist and slices through the blade as she steps out of the way to let Frodrick through.
Ching, ting, 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 ting. Frederick.
Thank you very much, Lady Sanguine. And we'll sort of dash down the corridor towards Vozos. And sort of slides into in a very ungainly way, not at all looking smooth or cool about it. But just sort of comes to rest on his knees next to Vozos, pulls out that black leather medical kit and says, "Oh no, Miss Farbra, no, this won't do. Don't worry, we'll have you back on your feet in just a moment, won't we?" And I will use I'll spend a use of my healer's kit. So you can roll one of your hit dice.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a hit dice.
Which is a D8.
I think you only have one at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm just checking to see. Yeah, it's only one, and you get that
Ooh.
plus
What's
two.
your con mod? Or was it plus two?
Nice.
It's plus
My thing
Frederick's,
says
yeah.
plus 2 because I think it's
Plus
plus
2?
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I am almost up to full.
All right. So yes,
This is very much like just conventional surgery.
having only failed 2 death saves,
Yay!
you do indeed get to Vozos in time. And with that, we are going to go to a break real quick, and we'll be back in just a bit with the aftermath of this fight. If you're watching live, please remember when we take our break, you take yours. Stand up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur
A
story.
dinosaur story.
There we go. Vozos, you are recovered from near death on the ground, staring up at Frodrick. Well, staring up at Frodrick. Frodrick is not necessarily looking at you, given that one of his eyes just sort of is wandering off in a different direction.
Hello.
Oh no, try not to speak too much. The needle's still in there. He's actively stitching you up.
Right.
How are you feeling? If the answer is terrible, that means you're still alive. So hooray.
Please just tell me I'm not back on that horrible station.
No, I have wonderful news. You're no longer on Cornite Station. You are adrift in the mists of horror in some sort of house that doesn't know what it wants to be. Sort of cheers one, doesn't it?
Splendid. Yes, I am still alive.
Yes.
While this is happening, Valeria would like to take a breather.
And the vampire
Feel free.
did not drain me.
No, I figured that would have hindered our combat prowess if I were to take what was left of your life to improve my own.
Appreciated.
Oh, that vampire? No.
We don't know there's another vampire. Out
Who,
of character.
who said anything about another vampire?
Somebody called Lord Brykott a
I'm
vampire,
going.
so
I am going to bring your head down very close. At this point.
Hello.
Hello. Is your whatever he's paying you?
Mm.
You could be making more. I'm just saying. I
Um,
would like to give you a token of my appreciation. One moment. It's way back there. She's gonna reach
There we go.
down and like fiddle around. She's trying to find a pocket.
while this is going on, he's trying to look politely and very subtly, like he's going like as the snakes sort of start to
Yeah, yeah.
investigate it, and he's just sort of doing the like trying to blow them away.
Oh, the Gimli with the ghost hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like
you have very, very, very nice hair. It's very friendly.
I'm glad you appreciate it. Here, she's going to hand you a tiny snake skull.
Oh,
Because occasionally they die off or they get trimmed, you know?
oh, yes. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
If you never ever need anyone murdered, I am here for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I will keep that. Is this,
it sort of reaches down, fastidiously, sort of wiping off his hands after doing the stitching, reaches up and takes the skull and says,
so is this a token? Do I have to give you the skull before you'll do the murders, or
Yes.
okay, very good. Well, I'm going to put this right here with the rest of the skulls.
And tucks it into an interior pocket, and there is a little sort of rattling sound as it goes into one of the
Excellent,
pockets.
you may finish your work. She's going to close her eyes and just sort of bask and lying here.
Very good.
Quietly.
Very good.
All right. Yep,
This one's my murder skull.
It'll be next time we see it. It will be like tagged like a like a piece of
Excellent.
evidence
Beautiful.
or like an archaeological specimen.
One
Yeah, just
murder skull, yeah.
skull. And
valid
then,
valid
yeah.
for one turn in of murder.
Exactly. Listen, he says one life for a life.
Every time you get knocked to zero and pick back up, you just give him another skull.
Exactly. This is my plan.
We'll have to get a skull punch card. I will he also at one point takes a little says, oh, and just
just you should probably keep this out, but I'm not certain how you are with seeing when it gets dark out. I have something that could help you with that if you'd like.
I have excellent vision.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, if you change your mind, you let me know.
And then he'll raise his voice and say,
And that's, in fact, if anyone else just not certain what else this place is going to throw at us, but if it gets dark out, I have something that could be potentially useful to each of us.
All of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
Oh
boy.
no.
24.
Also, yes, you would have had enough time to take a breather. So if anyone wants to spend a hit die on a short rest, feel free.
11.
Taking a breather for me only takes a minute.
There you go.
I can also use a medical kit and
Yes.
let people use one if they need it.
I'm not doing that because I'm pretty close to being full. Where are hit dice out here?
In hit points gear, you just have to roll it and understand that you have less, unless you set up
Okay.
a resource. to track it.
Did I mean I think I oh that's right. Never mind. I'm thinking of the healing spell I did on Wilhelm. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. Wilhelm Scream is the only one that fails. All of you feel an odd sensation as your sense of like presence and self sort of expands out from your own body to seemingly include the building that you are standing in. And you feel the building as it seems to breathe, as it flexes outward and inward. Wilhelm, with the failure on the Constitution save, with the failure on the con save, you feel a bit nauseous from this expansion, and you are under the poison condition for the next little bit. I will tell you when it ends. As you are not feeling well from that sudden expansion of your awareness.
Mhm.
And
I am going to close my eyes again.
you all feel that breathing expand and contract hard before you then realize that you are no longer in the hallway or middle of an apartment, whatever, that you were in previously. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. The floor underneath you is now much harder actually not much harder because that was a concrete floor. Actually, softer, quite genuinely, as it has become this sort of like, all of you are able to tell like fake hardwood floor. The kind of fake hardwood floor that you get from particularly ornately wrought spelljammers. The kind that are not the kind that aren't piloted by that don't require mages to pilot them. The ones that have their own engine and power source. They tend to be made of various sorts of metals and accoutrement and other materials, but on the inside of them will have fake hardwood floors and things like that. As you find yourselves crammed into what seems like an access hallway of a much more advanced facility, and you feel the thrum of engines being active somewhere in the structure that you're now in. The decorations, so like the wallpaper is now gone. Now there is a much more almost like, imagine if Apple designed the inside of a spaceship aesthetic. As you are all standing next to particularly what seems like a particularly well kept bit of oh god, what's it? What's the name? What's the kind of plants that people use for like aesthetics? What are they called?
Succulents?
Yes,
Houseplants?
a succulent. Yes,
Oh.
a large succulent that sort of stands in the middle of this spaceship corridor.
You're either thinking of a succulent, which is like the really thick
Yeah.
flowers that are sort of cactus-like,
Yep.
or a ficus.
No, succulent.
I am going to keep my eyes closed because if I open them, I might puke. Please tell me someone else felt the weird.
Yes, that was the structure rearranging itself once again.
Cautiously opens one eye.
You were looking at a
Mhm.
succulent that wasn't there before.
Is it real or is it fake? Like, is it a plastic plant
Give
or
me
is
a
it a
nature
living
check.
plant? All right.
It's like Elmol is also examining the succulent.
Give me a
That
nature
is a
check.
natural 1 for an 8.
Frederick, what is real?
Nature check.
Oh, Lord, excuse me for a moment. I have to sit down and think about some deep shit.
Good, I
Technically,
am glad you
are
are
any of us?
processing.
It's like Frederick. It's like in your brain. Are any of us real? If you take a person and disassemble them down to their fundamental parts, and then reassemble those fundamental parts on the fundamental parts of another 3 people, is that same person still there?
Oh, wait. No. I know this. I did this one time in medical school. We called it the hip of Theseus.
No,
With a nice,
absolutely not. I am Wilhelm is going to see the plant, go, oh, good, and then walk forward to it and proceed to empty the contents of stomach into it because I'm sick and poisoned.
yeah, Elmo. Both the succulent and the vomit coming out of the bird next to it are real, as far as you can tell.
Oh no. No. I'm going to close my eyes back again. You just stay here
Are
with
you
me
an
and we will have
assassin
a
with
panic.
weak stomach?
Excuse me? Brow Cox.
I think that was a response to your question, Valeria.
Oh no, she aimed that question at
Yes.
At Vozos.
Mozos.
Oh, what was the question?
She said, "Are you an assassin with a weak stomach?"
I have had a temporary setback. I am recovering. It's going well.
Immediately to the left of the succulent, there is a door, a bulkhead door, that has like a plaque next to it, that just says, oh God, what was that? What room is that? That's going to be. That says databank.
Well,
There is, in addition to that, the corridor like ends on both sides, but there are offshoots to it. You can see that it looks like this hallway is like sort of in a U around the room that's labeled databank, and then there's another one that heads in the opposite direction, further on the other side of the succulent from the door to the databank. There is a hallway in the other direction as well.
only one way to go, and that's forward. So she's gonna walk over to the data bank.
There's like 4 different ways to go. All of them are forwards.
Well, she's going forward.
Right. Yeah, you walk to the door of the data bank. It slides open of its own volition. Inside, you see a fairly small room. It's got like a single bed on one side, and on the other side, there's a chair next to a data terminal of some kind that seems more advanced than the Spelljammers that you've been on before, but not unrecognizable.
We will walk over to it, see if there's anything useful on it.
What languages do you speak?
I have 3: Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
You do not recognize the language that the keyboard is in. You press a few keys, and it seems active. If you knew what the language was, you might be able to read it.
Anyone
all-
potentially speak this language?
I'll take a look.
What languages do you speak?
Infernal and Abyssal.
Nope.
I'll go over and take a look.
What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Nope.
They're just coming in Elfish.
I am slowly going to rise, going to very cautiously stand up, kind of shakily, and I'm going to walk over. At this point, it's several minutes after everyone else has spent time staring at this thing, and I will look at it.
What languages do you speak?
Serpentine, Common, Elvish, Giant, and Infernal.
Nope. All of you can give
Okay.
me a history check to see if you can recognize the language, though.
Beautiful.
A natural 20 for a 20.
Nice.
13.
A
10.
15.
You got.
Oh wait.
Looks like you rolled with advantage, but the 22
No,
was the first
I
one.
rolled with disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Disadvantage, right? Poison.
Mm.
Well, the DC was 13.
I mean, I'm not poisoned. The DM doesn't notice it. That was an accident. I rolled 22.
Everyone except for Wilhelm scream. Recognize. So, DC was 13. So everyone except for Wilhelm scream recognizes that this is. You don't know the language, but this is the language of the GIF.
Ah. Hippo speak.
These characters, you recognize these characters as having been on gift ships that you've seen before. Yes, this is the language of the space hippos, which also explains the width of this chair as you look at it now, because this chair is like, it's definitely like double the size that any of you would need.
You know what? I'll ritual cast comprehend languages.
All right.
While you are doing that, I will ritual cast Detect Magic.
All right. 2 ritual casts going. That'll take about 10 minutes. What's everyone else doing?
As the nerds go into a study circle.
I am going to gently drape myself into the chair and rest.
There's a bed that you would have to have passed to get to the chair.
Does it look like it's been used? I don't know. We don't know if anyone else is here.
Yeah, it's well. So I mean, it's hard to tell because it's that sort of like utilitarian like, we had limited space. So we made
military
a
dress bed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like it's got like a comforter on it, but
Yeah.
and a pillow.
That feels comforting and home-like.
And
Yeah.
It's large enough for it's a large enough for a animate hippo to lay on. So
I was gonna say, is it
I
a
am-
gift size bed? Hell yeah.
I am going to cautiously check for traps, and then I will lay down.
roll investigation.
Okay. $23.
With a natural 20, you are willing to stake your life and reputation on the fact that this bed is not trapped.
Excellent. Swoop.
You lay down, this bed is definitely not trapped, except for the trap of being comfortable enough to fall asleep in.
I'm just going to rest my eyes.
Valeria just sort of steps outside to let the nerds investigate while she keeps an eye out in case anything comes to try and murder us.
All right. So you are stepping all the way outside the ship into space. I'm assuming
Outside of the data bank room.
outside the data bank room. Gotta be careful when you say you're going outside for a smoke. When you're in space.
Is there anything
He
the
doesn't
healing
smoke.
kit?
Hmm?
Sorry, go ahead.
I know, that was a joke. Go ahead.
I never want to stop a joke. But I was just wondering, is there anything a healing kit or the medicine skill or a combination of the two can do for the poison condition? I know I'm ritual casting right now, but I legitimately don't know.
Yes, you could make the healing kit would give you medicine check at advantage to try to cure the poison condition.
Nice.
Okay. Can I have done that before I started ritual casting?
Sure.
If Wilhelm will let me. Mr. Scream, I think I might have something for your unfortunate nausea.
Oh,
Here, and pulls out small like paper twists with powder inside, and then we'll pour a little water into a cup from a water skin, mix in the powder, and then hold it out to you.
Make me a medicine check with advantage. Froderick, not Wilhelm.
Right.
There's an 18.
All right.
Oop, sorry.
With 18, you can go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw with advantage, Jeremy.
Can I make a
Nice.
medicine check as I inspect it to see what it is?
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead.
That was a waste of a 19 and a 17, but a 17.
What is it, Frederick? Or Frederick?
Cocaine. No, it's it is like something that will sort of make the water foam a little bit, makes it a little fizzy when you put it in.
Over the lips, up the nose, look out sinuses, here it goes.
Yeah.
It's basically an Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, I'll down it. Another con check.
Con save with advantage.
Con save with advantage.
20's enough. Yep.
Good thing it had advantage.
You begin to feel better. Slowly but surely.
Is this the point at which I remind people that it can be dangerous to give birds fizzy tablets because many of them cannot burp and thus will explode?
You're not wrong.
Make a note of that.
Yeah. Don't roll a natural 1, Jeremy. I will pat.
Now I want to.
I know you do. I know you do.
Now I want to I want to be the only Kenku to ever explode in Alka-Seltzer.
If
Don't worry, the world is wide. I'm sure it's happened.
If Mr. Scream will permit,
the belch that ends a character.
Pat I will pat him on the shoulder with a smile, and then go and commence the ritual cast.
Yep.
And then I'm in study mode for 10 minutes, so let us know where we are.
Valeria is standing watch. Bird is recovering, trying not to explode.
All right. After 10 minutes, detect magic. There's magic all over this bitch. Comprehend languages. You place hands to the device, and you're able to sort of read what's going on. What's on the screen right now is a data log, and as you start reading, it reads space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship, and then as it goes to say what's next, it just switches to, in all caps, I am the land with no spaces. I am the land, 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 all the way down.
That's what this ship has been saying multiple times. FYI.
Yeah, the house has been repeating the "I am the land" line repeatedly throughout the time we've been here.
Nope. The house, a voice, various different aspects of it, but yes.
Try to navigate to any other, see if there's any navigation.
You try to bring up any other details, and it just begins to bring more of that repeated phrase until that's all that's on the screen. Make an intelligence saving throw, Drev. With 13, you don't think this is a real data terminal. This is just an extension of the house.
Okay.
Broderick leans in slowly from off screen and just says,
"It's extremely magical, Lord. I'm certain you already knew that, but just wanted to provide a little extra information, make myself useful."
I will say with the detect magic, the magic is roiling. It's still doing that writhing, like it's a living thing, desperately trying to do something, as far as you can tell. it's very chaotic in this place, as one could guess.
It's like when you brought me in, it felt very like being attuned to the magic. I could feel some of it. And I believe Sin described it as similar to my magic that I'm familiar with.
Yes, there you
So-
definitely you have a distinct. You have been getting the distinct tang of necrotic energies. It doesn't seem to be registering that like that for Frederick, but you have a finer tuned palate for such things.
Is it if I concentrate on it on the individual areas? Am I getting any particular schools?
None that solidify through the detect magic. No.
Okay. I will convey that roiling aspect.
Do you remember the time, Master, that we attempted to animate that goose intestine? It reminds me a bit of that. Not so much of that, more the aftermath, but still.
I can see that, yes.
Now I want you to continue to weave this Shaggy Dog story until we hear what happened to the goose.
Oh, there wasn't a goose, it was just the intestine. We thought it might be an effective way to assist my alchemical experiments because the tubing was rather expensive. So we thought that perhaps using the goose intestine, but it just didn't have enough fortitude. So Lord Brykart attempted to use it, infused it with necrotic energy, and then used it. But unfortunately, much the way that no matter what you put into a goose shite comes out the other end. Let's just say that that particular batch of potions weren't exactly the sort of thing you want to sell on the street side, were they?
They did sell well to the farmers, though. Made
That's
good
ve-
fertilizer.
That's very true. That's very true. Such a shame about the necrotic tuber uprising the following spring.
The attack of the zombie spuds.
Indeed, indeed.
Somewhere, canonically now, somewhere in a Spelljammer campaign that I will run in the future, the protagonist will be dealing with a zombie potato uprising.
Excellent.
You have sown this into fate.
It was
Congratulations.
honestly, it was less the issue of the tubers, and it was more the wheat fields where they'd been used, and the resultant grain. Nobody picked up on it later, and in fact, it didn't seem to activate until they were milled and then introduced to heat. But then at that point, very few survived the night of the living bread.
Take an inspiration, Craig.
Thank you. You're setting a dangerous precedent for giving me inspiration for Shaggy Dog stories.
Yeah, but
I-
still, I'm a
Yep.
person of contradictions.
I appreciate you.
All right. So yeah, Databank doesn't seem like it's going to give you any additional information.
Yeah, I vaguely convey that out loud. That's like, it's just saying I am the land.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's real.
Valeria, what's
Well,
your
that is
passive
what
perception?
is-
12.
You hear a toilet flushing from a door down the hall.
She looks. Is that one of the halls that was marked as a restroom?
So there's like at the end of at one end of the hall you see like a door that has like a door that has a label that says pantry on it. On the other end of the hall there's a door that doesn't have a label. That's just like the end of the hall turns to go around to in a U to go around the databank, but beyond that turn there's another door that doesn't have a label.
Mm-hmm.
That's the door that you heard the flushing from.
She will open the door to the databank room and indicate that there was a noise down the hall. And she's going to see if there's yet another monster about to try and kill someone. And she will walk down towards it.
All right, I shall join you. I am recovered.
All right. You head
You
down
follow.
towards the door.
Craig, you're muted.
We should probably not get separated, huh?
I do not think that is wise.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
yes.
follow Valeria.
And I'll follow along.
All right. You all cram into the end of a corridor where there is a single door that is unmarked. As you
I mean,
approach
don't
it,
have to literally be on top of each other, but you know.
No, we do. We have to go Scooby-Doo style around the corner. Like,
100%.
as you approach it, the door slides open. Inside, there is a small closet in which there is it's like a blue steel floor, with like a draining vent in the bottom of it, and a toilet and a plunger.
This Valeria sort of looks. Really?
is it still
Nothing.
running? Like, is the water tank replenishing?
Not that you can hear, but it's been long enough that it probably would have already finished.
Okay. I'll move
Let's go.
forward.
Nope.
Is the
Nope,
to-
nope, 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 nope. And it sounds like it's just repeating the same phrase over and over and over, like just a single word over and over again to make it a continuous.
I'm gonna check if the toilet seat's still warm.
Okay. You reach down and check the toilet seat's still warm. It is. And your hand won't come away.
Ah.
The
actually,
toilet, the toilet mimic.
Actually, can it? As I cast Mage Hand and pull the
Well,
thread.
Well,
Okay.
before we get to that, we will end our scene for the week, as you touch the toilet and your hand doesn't come away, and you watch, all of you that are in the area watch as this toilet lid opens its mouth to a row of sharp fangs as ceramic chrome or ceramic tendrils begin to sprout out of the toilet mimic. Which we will get back to possibly next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
So from Wilhelm, that is one big pile of shit.
There we go.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.